So it wants us to find the equation of the normal to the curve y equals negative 2x cubed minus 7x squared plus 2 at x equals negative 2, and put it in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0. So whether this says find the normal or find the tangent, the first few steps are the same for either problem. First step being we have an x value, we need to find the y value that goes with it. So we're going to sub this x value into the y value. So y equals negative 2 cubed. Remember, if you're putting this in your calculator, those brackets are very important, or your calculator will think you mean negative 2 cubed or negative 2 squared, which the squared one can make a difference to what your answer is. So 2 cubed is negative 8. Negative 8 times 2 is positive 16. Negative 2 squared is 4. 4 times 7 is negative 28 plus 2. So negative 28 plus 2 is going to give us negative 26 plus 16 is going to give us negative 10. So we have our point, negative 2, negative 10. So this is going to help us to find our equation. Now the next step, again, same as if this said tangent or normal. We're going to want to find our derivative or our gradient function in order to figure out what is the gradient of our tangent at x equals negative 2. So y equals, we keep the negative 2. 3 comes down, take 1 away from the exponent. Keep the negative 7, 2 comes down, take 1 away from the exponent. Remember, you don't have to put the 1 here, I'm just writing it to show you. And the derivative of 2 is 0. So simplified, that becomes negative 6x squared minus 14x. So we want to find it at x equals negative 2. So to find our slope or gradient, here you go, negative 6, negative 2 squared minus 14 times negative 2. So negative 2 squared is 4 times 6 is negative 24. Negative 14 times negative 2 is going to be positive 28. So this is going to give us a slope of 4. So now I have my slope, but this is the slope for the tangent. So this is where we start to change. So remember, a tangent goes along the curve and touches it at one point. But the normal is perpendicular to it. So in order to find the equation to the normal, we need to find the perpendicular slope. So in order to find the perpendicular slope, we need the negative reciprocal of this. So because this is positive, our reciprocal is going to be negative. And 4, this is, remember, secretly over 1. So its reciprocal is negative 1/4. So that is what we're going to use in order to create our equation. So now I have a point and the perpendicular slope. We're going to put it in that point slope form. So we're going to have y minus the y value because it's negative. A negative and a negative make a positive. Equals my negative slope. My perpendicular slope, sorry. And then x, again, minus a negative, we can change to a positive. So this is an equation to the normal. However, our question wanted us to put it in the form ax plus by plus c. So we need to rearrange some things. We need to first expand this out. So we're going to have y plus 10 equal to negative 1/4 x plus 2/4 is 1/2, and it's actually going to be negative. So I'm just going to change that right here. Negative 1/2. So this form wants everything to be over on one side and it to equal 0. So I'm going to move everything over to one side. So we're going to add 1/4 x to both sides, and we're going to add 1/2 to both sides. So that is going to give us, I'm going to put the x first because that's the way the equation was written. So a positive a quarter x plus y plus 10 plus a half is 10 and a half, or 11 over 2. Oops, sorry, 20. Maybe I should put the right number there. Double 10 is 20, it's 21 over 2. That equals 0. Sometimes, though I didn't specifically write it in this question, they like to add the fact that A, B, and C, A, B, C should belong to the integers, meaning we shouldn't have any fractions here. So in order to do that, you always want to multiply by whatever the greatest common denominator is. So between 4 and 2, the greatest common denominator is 4. So I'm going to multiply everything by 4. So 1/4 times 4 is just going to leave me with 1. 1 times 4 is going to leave me with 4y. Plus 21 times 4 divided again by 2 is going to give me 42 equals 0. So this is how you would write that same thing if it wanted you to be from integers. So if you ever see this added part that A, B, and C need to belong to integers, you need to do that added step that I have here in gray, where you have to get rid of those integers. And there we have it, the equation of the normal.